will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles offense will get the first crack at it here. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking for a man. It's Downs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but, man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Grab behind the line. It's Church. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
They executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
The toss sweep to the right. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Might be changing the route. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Downs. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Seminoles!
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Demon Deacons offense will take the field for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a...
breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's take a second here and talk Wake Forest. Great pickup on the defensive front. Three-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around on that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Demon Deacons will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw, it's Downs. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good game.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. He wants to change this route. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. It's complete. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard.
Timeout, Wake Forest.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Trying to get it to the marker. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Downs. Finds his big tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles are on the move. Pulls and fires complete. Oh, he's got some space. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Handoff to the single back. Runs through the tackle. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's deep.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Woods. All down, but it's enough to move the chains. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to...
Turning it on! Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you can tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
To the air on second down. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You don't have to make things complicated. You see zone, you throw the hitch, you pick up some positive yardage.
Yes, Reese, that's easy when my guy's really fast and quick. Those guys in the slot, get it to him after the catch is their specialty, can make some magic happen.
He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate. And you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. That is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, that last missed field goal is essentially a microcosm of the year it's been for this football team. Things just not going the right way on offense, on defense, and on special teams. Guys, it's just been that kind of year.
Pulls it in. It's Church. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to throw, it's Downs. Quickly complete. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Church. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Fires to the big fella. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
How many first downs is that alone? You know, just on this drive, the defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
He'll try to do it himself. There he goes. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Snagged in the middle. It's Church. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. The give from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on.
The Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return in, and the ball is loose on the return. Scooped up by the kicking team. Touchdown, Noles! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. There's still plenty of time. You see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll open the second half with a run. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Makes the catch. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. The Noles decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And they'll just down it right there.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
The Demon Deacons are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. The give to the tailback. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Demon Deacons with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Gives it on the option. Quick spin on the run. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Woods. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Woods. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll run the sneak for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The Demon Deacons send out the punt unit. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Tom. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
That last completion sets him up on second down. Keeps it on the bootleg. Now rolling to the left. Right on the money. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Wood or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Downs. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
The offense changing the play. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. The Seminoles are flying down the field. Looking downfield on first down. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the book as we head to the 4th. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds a man in the middle. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quick completion on the out route. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's got it on the run, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Quick release on the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
And the Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the returner will be brought down. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Scanning the field, it's Downs. Quickly complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
The throw to the outside is complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quick release by the QB. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Reads it, fires complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Gonna look downfield again. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Calls it in. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
This guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got the beef on the field. 3 tight end set, 3rd and goal from the 3. Trying to power it in. Max going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.